Hi everyone! We know how difficult it is to adapt into a new environment with a different language, different customs. And apart from that, you have to learn new laws that regulates new procedures. So in this opportunity, we're going to meet people who came to Canada with a dream in their heart and a will to make it real.
Hello everybody, welcome. My name is Salvador Garcia. I am the owner and operator of Tienda Latina Grocery and Eatery. We are a fully independent grocery store that specializes in Latin American products. We also have a very small Latin-inspired restaurant where we serve different dishes from Latin America. So welcome, this is our store. The idea of being a business owner was always in the back of my head. I was raised in a household where my dad was an entrepreneur his whole life. And everything that we had back in Guatemala was thankful to his business. So I grew up seeing and understanding what being an entrepreneur was. You know, if you prepare for it, if you are aware of it and you're looking out for it, eventually the right opportunity will come along and you just got to pull the trigger and take the jump. I will say that the biggest struggle, of course, is financial for many reasons. That will also depend in what industry of business you are deciding to start your business. I am totally immersed in the food and supply chain atmosphere in my business. So it's also a known fact that, you know, financial institutions, banks don't like lending money due to the high number of businesses that unfortunately go sideways in the first few years after starting, right? Especially the restaurant business is a tough business for that reason alone. And second of that will be making peace with yourself in regards of the many sacrifices that at the beginning you will have to go through in order to succeed. I could share plenty of stories with you. Some of them are happy, some of them are stressful. As a business owner, you will always find a different challenge every day, basically, right? Probably the first really slap across the face that I received after starting operating the business was the day that the fridge that we had broke down on us. And honestly, you know, something like that can really shook you up. It was difficult because not only was it very expensive to fix the equipment, we lost a lot of product that was inside the fridge as well. And of course, things like that always happen. It's like the furnace in your house, right? It will go the coldest day of the year, right? So for us, it happens in the middle of summer, and it was madness trying to move food from one fridge to another, trying to take some food to the house until we realized that we were going to lose a lot of product and whatnot, but it's just part of the game, right? I don't think there is an exact formula or an exact path to tell you or tell anybody how or what to do if they're planning to start a business. I will say learn the language and try to learn as much as you can of the industry that you're wishing or desiring to take part of and open your own office, your own business, whatever might be your plan. And the last advice will be work with business plans, okay? I know that especially in our background in the Latino culture, we tend to cover ourselves a lot with the excuse of, well, in Guatemala we do it this way, and so what, right? Like, we certainly need to understand that we migrate into a different country, a different culture. So as much as we can bring our own taste, our own way of doing things, and it might work, it might spice things up or not, you need to also understand how industries work here. And I think that will certainly be key for the success of anybody's business if they immerse themselves into that and they develop a business plan according to that and get in touch with the right people that can help them in order to achieve their goals.
Hi, my name is Sydney. I was born in Nicaragua. I immigrated to Canada in 1990. My brother sponsored me at that time, and that's why I'm here. And then I decided to stay here just to make a better living. My wife and I started doing cleaning for a very long time. We had a cleaning company for about 20 years. We got tired of doing cleaning, and then we decided to open this business, which is from one end to another, doing cleaning and coming to open a restaurant, it's a big jump. And well, we thought that was going to be a good opportunity to serve our community better. The struggle at the beginning was building your clientele, right? Like, I mean, we didn't buy a business, we built one. It's very hard to get it approved at the beginning. But once you're in, it's good. But 7 years later, here we are. One of the best-selling items in our store is the pupusas. It's a typical Salvadorian food. And the second best, I will say, is our tacos. We have different kind of tacos. We do have a lot of Canadian customers, but mainly they're Spanish. Keep focused on whatever the goal is, and they will make it through. It's not easy, but I'm pretty sure that everybody that works hard can make it.
One more journey left, drive us to downtown Kitchener. This is Mi Tienda Latina.
I grew up in El Salvador, along with a lot of my family members that they are also entrepreneurs. They have their own businesses. So I had the pleasure to actually live with my uncle that he used to own a restaurant along by the beach. And so that gave me a lot of curiosity, you know, and also excitement, that way that he was moving around at the restaurant and talking to people and making food and the flavors. So that actually kind of invited me to become an entrepreneur myself one day, because I always wanted to have a restaurant of my own. And when I saw the chance, it was something that I didn't think of twice of doing. There's a lot of paperwork that is involved. There's a lot of phone calls that you have to make. There's so many things that you have to meet regards to health. Struggles, not too much, just because my aunt already had this business going. So I basically have to find out where to call, for example, the city for licensing. Then the fire department, just to make sure that I have the regulations. Health department, just to make sure that I have everything that according to the law and their standards. And yeah, but lots of phone calls, lots of time involvement. I'm inviting everyone to come and try our food. It's a very lovely place. You feel like home. We have food from El Salvador, Colombia, Mexico. We are located in 103 Ontario Street, Unit 2 in Kitchener. It's right across where the bus station used to be. Everybody knows that. Try to look up of people who has been successful in life, you know, learn from them, listen to them, and just listen to your instincts and go for it. It's something that you really, really want, just go for it.
What a journey, right? Along these episodes, we met some immigrant entrepreneurs who came to Canada, and after adapting to a Canadian lifestyle, they went further. To buy some of their products is a way to support their business, and also a way to know our wide world.